The Galactic Survey Corps had catalogued 14,000 inhabited worlds over 6 millennia. Their classification system was perfect, unquestionable, carved into the foundation of interstellar law. Class 1 worlds were paradise. Class 12 worlds were the absolute maximum for Deathworlds, planets so hostile that life shouldn't exist. The scale didn't go higher because mathematics itself rebelled at the concept. Senior Surveyor Krillex had evaluated hundreds of worlds. He'd seen acid rain planets, gravity wells that crushed carbon into diamond, stars that screamed radiation. Nothing surprised him anymore. Then his team discovered Earth had been incorrectly catalogued. Sir, Junior Surveyor Velenai's tentacles quivered. We have a problem with System 2847, B3. The blue planet. Earth? The human homeworld? It's registered as Class 8. Moderate death world. What's the issue? That classification was based on remote scanning 500 cycles ago. We just completed our first detailed analysis and Velenai's chromophores flashed distress patterns. The computer refuses to process the rating. Refuses. It says the number is impossible. Krillex floated to the console, inputting his override codes. The screen flashed warnings he'd never seen before. Error. Classification exceeds maximum parameters. Error. Scale insufficient. Error. Reality exception detected. Run the diagnostic again, he ordered. The results were identical. Earth's danger rating broke their system. Show me the data. What followed was the most harrowing 6 hours of Krillex's career. Their planet's core is molten metal generating a magnetic field that barely protects them from their star's radiation. Velenai began. The margin of error for life is 0.001%. Any variance and everything dies. That's concerning, but 71% of the surface is covered in dihydrogen monoxide. In some places, it's deep enough to crush titanium structures. It contains creatures that grow to 30 meters and being so microscopic they invade other organisms to reproduce. Biodiversity is, sir, they have a creature called a mantis shrimp that punches with the force of a bullet and sees colors we can't mathematically describe. They have fungi that create networks larger than cities. They have trees that release toxic chemicals to kill competing plants and then warn their relatives through underground networks. Krillex's membrane paled. Surely the humans, live alongside all of it, voluntarily. They've domesticated wolves, apex predators, because they were lonely. They consume capsaicin, a literal neurotoxin, for pleasure. They climb frozen waterfalls, for fun. They strap wooden boards to their feet and throw themselves down mountains. They call it skiing. The atmosphere? Composed of rocket fuel. Every breath could combust. Lightning strikes 100 times per second planet-wide, any one of which could ignite the entire atmosphere. It doesn't because of a balance so precarious our computers classify it as impossible. The weather systems? Chaotic beyond modeling. They have spinning air columns that destroy cities. Water falling so hard it strips soil from bedrock. Frozen precipitation the size of ground vehicles. Temperature variations that would crack most known materials. The humans gave these events names. Cute names, like Hurricane Betsy and Snowmageddon. Krillex reviewed the biological data, each entry worse than the last. Creatures that survived in acid. Bacteria that thrived in nuclear reactors. Viruses that hijacked DNA. Parasites that controlled host behavior. And the humans themselves? Pursued predators that can run prey to death. They leak salt water to cool themselves. They can survive losing limbs and organs. They'll eat anything, including foods that actively try to kill them. They have an organ that serves no purpose except to randomly explode and kill them. They keep it anyway. Their psychology? They jump from heights for adrenaline. They poison themselves with ethanol recreationally. They handle fire casually. They keep predators as companions. They tell their young fictional stories about monsters to prepare them for real dangers. Their entertainment involves simulating death and catastrophe. They consider natural disasters exciting. Krillex stared at the final calculation. The computer had simply displayed 13 plus. How do we report this? Velenai asked. We don't, Krillex decided. We classify it as a clerical error. List Earth as Class 12 and seal the real data. But sir, the galaxy isn't ready. Imagine the panic if they knew there was a world that breaks our understanding of what's survivable. That there's a species that thrives in conditions that shouldn't permit matter to remain stable. They filed Earth as Class 12 with a small notation, do not reassess. Later, when humans applied for Galactic Federation membership, they complained their world was rated too high. Class 12 seems excessive, the human ambassador said. Earth's pretty mild. Now Venus, our neighbor, that's spicy. We're thinking of colonizing it. The registration office fainted en masse. Earth remained the only world with a hidden classification, Class 13+. The plus sign stood for, please don't ask.